How do file systems hide and store your data? Imagine your computer is like a giant filing cabinet. The file system is the set of rules that organize all the papers and folders inside. It helps your computer know where each piece of data is stored and how to find it quickly. When you save a file, the file system doesn't just put it in one spot. Instead, it breaks the file into smaller pieces called blocks. These blocks are stored all over the disk, not necessarily in order. Each block gets a unique address, like a house number, so the system knows exactly where to find it later. The file system keeps a map of where all these blocks are located. When you open a file, it looks up the addresses of all the blocks, retrieves them, and puts the pieces back together. This process makes storing large files more efficient because the blocks can be spread out across the disk. It also helps the system manage space better, so it can quickly find free blocks when you save new data. Every file also has metadata, which is like a label on a folder. Metadata includes the file name, size, creation date, and permissions. This information helps the operating system display files properly and control who can access them. When you delete a file, the system doesn't erase the data right away. Instead, it marks the space as available and removes the file's label from the directory. The actual data stays on the disk until new files overwrite it. That's why recovering lost data is sometimes possible, because the data still exists physically, even if it's not visible in the directory anymore. Different operating systems use different types of file systems. For example, Windows often uses the new technology file system, which supports large files and security features. Older systems like FAT32 are simpler and compatible with many devices but lack some advanced features. Linux commonly uses the extended file system, which is flexible and reliable. Each file system has its way of managing space, security, and data recovery. Security is also part of how file systems hide and protect data. They use permissions to control who can read, write, or delete files. Some systems add encryption, which scrambles the data so only authorized users can understand it. When files are deleted, the data isn't immediately gone. Instead, the system just marks the space as free. Until new data overwrites it, recovery tools can sometimes retrieve the original files. This is why understanding how file systems store and hide data is key when trying to recover lost information or troubleshoot issues.